Hey everybody, welcome back to our D&D podcast, the only podcast where it's acceptable for me to be a grand wizard. This is Ralph.
Oh man, I'm Tyler. I'm kind of Grand Wizard, huh? Wow. Fuck.
I really liked that one.
There was one day when I was talking with a coworker about different like rap artists, old school, and instead of Grandmaster Flash, I said Grand Wizard Flash. I think DC needs to capitalize on that. They have an untapped market for white supremacists that are into superheroes. It's an untapped market. It's up and coming. It's brand new. They're making all sorts of new studies for it at the universities. They're gonna be stars in their field.
Surely any company that did would be widely hated, but they would also make a fuck ton of money if they catered to white supremacists and shit.
Oh yeah.
Sure, you couldn't sell anything to anyone else, but you would have your target demographic basically locked down.
Yeah, it's kind of like the people that listen to the really tailored shows like I want to say InfoWars, since they are no longer in that like meme period that they were in. It's not like not as many people are just gonna go, I'm gonna drop in and see what's going on with InfoWars today. It's at this point it's back to just being like that core audience is most of what they'll have, because you'll always have like people going like, I found this white supremacy comic book. It's like on the front page of Vice or something like that.
Dude, I saw a fucking a clickbait article like that. It was like 10 animes that like are kind of no longer okay or something like that.
Ghost stories.
I don't remember. I got like one in, and it was fucking Toriko. It's another one of the Shonen Jump ones. It's the blue-haired dude who is like a gourmet hunter.
Oh.
And he like hunts for rare food things, and the article is like, with more and more people becoming vegan these days.
Oh my god!
And I clicked off the article because I was like, "Fuck you!" And fuck all of this.
Yeah, fuck off. I was gonna say the dub for Ghost Stories is fucking incredible. Have you ever heard any of the stuff from it? They have they have one where there's a little kid and they're trying to run some test or see if he's got a ghost haunting him or something. But in the dub, they're just yelling at this kid while he's running around the track field. And this one kid goes, "Think of a big black man chasing you." And the kid like collapses on the ground because he's just been running. And he goes, "Well, I guess he's not racist." And then they had a bunny that needed to be exercised.
Do they have that bunny run around the track too?
Yes, they did. That's the proper term for it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's still exercise. Fuck that. Okay. Anyway, a evil bunny ghost thing that was haunting a real bunny, and one of the main characters had to have like one of those moments where it's like, "Oh, you were sentimental to me, but I have to make sure that since you're an evil demon now, I gotta send you back. You gotta go back to hell." But in the dub, the fucking girl's like, she's like, "It's not because you're a big scary ghost that I don't love you anymore. It's because you're black." And there's a bunch of other parts where like shit's just happening in the background, and there'll be just people just doing voices for shit that's definitely not happening. It's just like fuck. There was another show where it was like this old Gundam anime where it had no translation, but these guys, like 3 dudes, just decide to dub the whole thing.
We should do something
like
that.
He's literally like, it's like in Oblivion when there was that one chick that fucked up her line and they just kept the whole audio snippet of her like redoing the line after she goes, I fucked that up. It's literally just like I don't know what's going on. And just fucking guys making noises and shit. They dubbed over the noises for like the guns and shit like that too. So they had like that stock boing, boing, boing and shit like that. Oh my god, it's fucked.
Our fucking register makes that noise at work.
No.
Yeah, so I'll scan an item.
Yeah.
And then when I scan the next one, it goes boing. It does that for every different item I scan.
Oh, fuck, dude. I would not want to have to fucking deal with that. That's why I have ours has, it's got the tiny little LED screen and everything, but no noises. It's, for all intents and purposes, it's just like an old-fashioned register, but instead of big fucking metal buttons, it just has these softer buttons you press.
It's because we have so much fucking different shit in the hardware store. Our register system it's not intuitive, and also because of all like the miscellaneous bolts and screws and stuff and plants, there's so many things that we don't scan. I have to like type in manually and stuff. That sucks.
Yeah, we've had a couple times where, so the way our system is set up is you do your cash or card or whatever, but a lot of times people will do card and then they'll see that we have a 3% charge for cards that just goes straight to paying the credit card company. And they'll go, "Oh, well, I'll pay with cash after." And I was like, "No, you already paid." And they're like, "Well, just take it out of the system." It's like, that's not how it works. You just paid for your food. Like, I don't get when people, because I would never do that at a traditional restaurant either. Where like, it's like, yeah, here's the bill. Oh, I'll slip my card in, and here you go, waiter. And then they come back, and it's like, oh, you mind just undoing that payment for me? Thanks.
Yeah, it's like, just I don't know. So many people, like, at the hardware store, I'll like ring them out, and they'll be like, "There's no way that it cost that much," and it's like some people, like, because the price of lumber is going up.
Yeah.
Like they'll get like a board, and I'll be like, I'll like shoot the shit with them, like, "Man, it's ridiculous what the lumber costs." And they'll be like, "Yeah, man, I know." But then other people, they'll just like get some random shit, and they'll be like, "Why it cost that much?" And then I will have to like go through everything I've rung them out for on the register and be like, "You have 3 of these at this price, 1 of those at this price, and like a whatever at that price, and thus your total is this." And they'll be like, "Shit's ridiculous, man."
Yeah.
And then they put their card in and buy it anyways.
Yeah. Same thing happens with us. We're like, "There's no way that costs that much." And then I'll literally like, "Well, you had this many toppings on this, you ordered 3 orders of this, and then you had 15 poutines. That's, yeah, it's a lot of money." And they go, "Oh, okay, bye." And fucking...
It's always ridiculous too, because one person will get like one thing, and it costed like $10, and they'll be like, "What is this $10? This should be like $5." And then they'll leave, and then another lady came in and bought like $630 worth of plants, and didn't bat an eye when I told her that her total was $630. Yeah. It's like, there we go. That's somebody that knew the price of what they were going to buy when they went to buy it.
It's just like, I don't know. There are some things where it's like, yeah, theoretically this could be cheaper. Or when they're like, "Well, it doesn't cost that much to make this product." And it's like, no, you're right, it doesn't. But are you going to go out and buy the raw materials and then make it yourself?
Yep.
Well, no, you're buying a good that needs to make a profit.
Yep.
That's just how it is.
Yep. And fucking, like, sometimes it makes sense. Like, somebody, like, at the store when they're putting stock away will put it in the wrong spot. And they'll be like, so the tag under it will say $5. And I scan it, it'll be like 10.
Yep.
Then I can understand, like, asking a question, and it's like, "I thought this was $5. And then I'd be like, "Well, somebody probably put it away in the wrong spot."
Yep.
And then most of the time people will either be like, "All right," and get it anyways, or go put it back, and they're not an asshole about it. Because that's actually, I feel like it's fair to ask, because somebody did fuck up.
Yeah, if somebody fucked up, then it's like, yeah, that's totally understandable. But then there's other things that, like, something that I never understood why. I mean, I've never worked at a grocery store, but you know when they have like what the actual cost is, and then they have the unit sale price.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why they put that there?
I don't know, cause we've got like, so we've got like pallets of like mulch and stuff out, and I've got a little book that has all like the stuff so I can ring people out when they ask for it, and that also has the unit price.
Or the retail price is what I meant.
Oh, I don't know why they have the different, like the cost versus the price.
Yeah,
cause like, you don't want the customers to know the cost. You want them to know the price.
Yeah, cause that's what's always baffled me. Because obviously, if you don't understand what it's saying, then you go, this other price says $90, but this is only a $5 product. What a steal! You don't realize that it's literally like the box full of it, what it cost. But I don't know why you would have to have that on there, because I don't think maybe they have to have it on there.
I don't know, cause like we special order stuff for people too, and there's a little form that I have to put into the register, and literally it'll have the price that we're charging them, and then the section that says like our cost, they write it backwards and then put like a C in there, because it'll be like dollar amount backwards C and then the cents amount, just so people don't look at that and realize, even though like logically it makes sense that our cost is going to be less than what I'm selling it to you for.
Yeah.
We still do it like that because, you know, people can be unreasonable.
Yeah, and it's like I was looking at there are some foods that with major major food distributors, every store you go to, it's like, wow, this tastes just like how it tastes when I order it back home. It's because it literally is the same product. And I was looking online to see, like, can I just buy like some of these things off of the food distributor's website? And I was looking at it and I was like, oh my god, that costs $10. I'd take like chicken strips. Like each pack, like the bag would be like $10 or something like that. But we sell orders and it'd be like however many for like $9, $10, something like that. And it's like, you've already made back everything you spent for this whole bag with just a couple strips.
Yep.
It's fucking wild. But
also, so there's one lady that works maybe like once a week, more, sometimes a little more than that. Like, she's kind of just, they call her in when they need someone, and she like, so basic in the register there are like, it's usually like 500 and then a string of other numbers for like contractor accounts or employees accounts, and those are all like 10% off. And she was giving me her number to put in the register wrong, so it wasn't popping up, and so she wasn't getting her 10% discount, and she was like chewing me out. She was like getting pissed off, and it was like 10% off of like a $10 purchase, and it's like, I was like, listen, I know if you were like, because one of the other guys who works there, he's retired, he works part-time just for the discount because he's like building a house.
yeah.
And so like, I was like, listen, if you were doing like a building a house level purchase and your 10% wasn't working, I could understand needing to get it to work. But like, you got a flour and a Gatorade and a bag of pretzels, and you're mad at me that you're not getting your 10% off, and I already gave her the 30% off employee discount on the flowers because I have to do that manually no matter what.
Yeah.
Because the other 10%, it's like automatic stuff. And she was just getting pissed at me, and it's like, ma'am, you're gonna save $1. It's like, I no need to like chew me out because you don't have your employee number memorized.
Yeah. That's just fucking stupid. I don't get that. I don't. It's the same with the old people that they go to McDonald's and like, do you remember? I think it's like 65 or something like that is their thing for the senior discounts.
Yeah.
And so like they'll go there and the people are like they're old but they're not old, either they're not old enough to get it or they say they are, and the person behind the counter is just like, whatever, I'm ringing up a coffee, sorry I forgot to change it from $1.50 to 60 cents, and they're like, I want to see your manager and I need it. It's like, it's a fucking dollar, dude. You old coot. You know you don't need that fucking dollar. Mm-hmm. And you don't need to cut. Like, people get to a point where they're so old where they don't give a fuck. But I feel like there's two different branches of...
Oh, yes.
There's two different branches of I'm old and I don't give a fuck. There's I'm old, I don't give a fuck. I ordered a turkey sandwich, but this guy gave me, like, a salad. It's like, oh, salad looks good. It didn't cost me any more money. Fucking whatever. I'm gonna eat my salad and then I'm gonna go fucking watch TV with my cat. And then there's this motherfucker behind the register is jipping me out of 30 cents. I don't give a fuck that I'm holding up everybody and ruining this poor 18-year-old's day. Like some fucking kid that literally like just got done his fucking schoolwork and is like, I gotta work a 6-hour shift so I could pay for my fucking car insurance. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, yo, I don't care that I'm gonna ruin your day. I need that 30 cents.
Yep. That's why, like, I'm already a seasoned old man, so I, like, don't give fucks when people are bitching me out at the register. I just like, this is how it is, man. Yeah. I don't know what you want me to do about it. I am literally the lowest level employee in this establishment. Mm-hmm. Either pay for your stuff and take it, or I'll put it back on the shelf for you. It's like, the other day I was kind of lightheaded at work, dude. So, dude was like, he had me, like, log in to his contractor account. Like, he came up to the register 5 times. He, like, had me log in so the 10% would pop up every time. And he'd be like, what's the price on this? And I'd be like, what's the price on this? And he did it, like, he'd be like, he came back and was like, that's a lot of money for that. He's like, can you give me any more discount? I'm like, you get your 10%. He's like, no. And he was just like, finally, was like, I'm gonna get this, and this, and that. It's like, I was lightheaded that day. I was about to be like, I'm lightheaded today, sir. Could you please fuck off?
Yeah, can you please fuck off, kindly?
Yeah, but I restrained myself, and I was like, afterwards, I was like, that's probably about a 50-50 on the risk versus reward in that scenario in my head. Because, like, lots of places need workers, so even if I did get fired, I could definitely find another job.
That's what I was thinking about the other day, because some people were just being fucking obnoxious, and I was like, dude, I could go get a job for like $3 more an hour anywhere else if I felt like it. Mm-hmm. Your food is not that important, and oh my god, it's especially bad when we're like 5 minutes to close, and people are like, yeah, I'm gonna get a delivery. And I'm like, no, we close in 5 minutes. They're like, what do you mean you close in 5 minutes? It says you're open until 9 o'clock. And I'm like, yeah, we are. And in 5 minutes, it'll be 9 o'clock. And we'll be closed. And they're like, so why can't I get a delivery? And I'm like, it's going to take at least 12 minutes to cook a pizza. Mm-hmm. Much less have a driver get it out to you. Dude, I've got to go home. Like, one of my managers said that to somebody because a person called, I think 3 times in the span of like 3 minutes, and he was straight up like, dude, I gotta get home to my kids, I'm not staying here for you. And they're like, but I need food, I didn't cook dinner. And it's like, it's fucking 8:54 and you didn't cook your own kid's dinner? That's your fault for being a shitty parent. That's not on us. That is 100% you sucking.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's I was like, damn, working at it. I was like, this job, hardware store, is pretty chill. And I was like, I still hate retail though.
Yeah, retail fucking sucks. But it's also like, it's a weird time to try to find something that's not retail.
Yeah, because Sean's doing landscaping work.
I was gonna say retail, or the money is good in contract work and shit like that, but God, you destroy your fucking body. Yep. And I kind of need that, because if what I'm banking on is I'm going to keep up to my mental health, and I'm just going to work out and try to eat relatively good. I got a little bit of the dad bod going out. I'm not going to fucking burn it into an 8-pack or nothing, but as long as I, like, if this is the worst that I look for the next 20 years, I'm content with that. What I need to make sure is that I can still fucking walk straight and not look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
And I'm sitting here in my DILF shirt.
Oh yeah, dude, the DILF shirt's fucking incredible.
The DILF of Disneyland, a dedicated, involved, loving father.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Dungeons and Daddies.
That's fucking sick, dude.
That's a fucking... That I got my fucking coding teacher to listen to that podcast.
Fuck yeah.
After I made a joke, after I told him so he's got foster kids.
Yes.
And I told him a joke from the show was like, they're in the fucking fantasy realm and they go to a bar with a UFC fight going on, and they're like, what's UFC stand for in the Forgotten Realms? And someone's immediately like, Ultimate Foster Children. And so it became them placing bets on fucking foster kids beating the shit out of each other. And I said that joke forgetting he had foster kids, and he started laughing, and I remembered, I was like, oh, I'm glad he's cool.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, when I pulled up today, I thought that you were your father with that shirt on, because I looked at it and I was like, which one is it?
Which bald man is this?
Which bald man is wearing the DILF shirt?
The DILF shirt and jeans.
Oh.
You can actually, that's one way you could tell me apart from my dad. If they're wearing jeans and they're like at least a decade old and you could tell, that's my dad.
Yeah. That was the other thing that was like undetermined for me, because normally you don't like wearing jeans. Mm-hmm. So I was like,
which DILF is that?
Which DILF is that? Oh man. Fucking the one night when we were on a call after you were going back from your knife class. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, the stuff that was said in there.
The one time when I was in the car with my dad.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking hilarious. Like I was sitting there like, oh my god, this is incredibly embarrassing, but this is hilarious.
I am so glad at least Sean heard me say that my dad was in the car with me, because I said I got the call, I joined the call, I'm like, guys, I'm here with Big Ralphie, and fucking Carter carried on with that question. Anyways, I was like, oh, that's respectable.
I thought you said that you had just got done your class with Big Ralph, and I was like, oh, okay, so he's heading back home. That makes sense. He's driving. We've done this before, we've had calls where you're driving back home, and yeah. I was like, holy shit, dude, that's...
Yeah. Carter left the call because the question he fired off was, he's like, could you imagine anyone behind you plowing your ass?
Yeah,
because the rest of them are straight.
Yes.
And so Carter's like, can you imagine anyone just behind you going to town on your asshole? And fucking Sean was immediately like, nope, can't imagine it at all. And then you went on about turning around and kissing the homie on the forehead while they're fucking you.
I specifically had said that they would have me in missionary position, and I'd pull their head down and go up and give them a nice smooch on the forehead and get them in a loving embrace.
And fucking, they were going on about that, and my dad was next to me just laughing, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I was like, you guys really made Big Ralphie laugh just then. And Carter's like, wait, what? he's in the car with you? And then Carter left the fucking call.
Yeah, he fucking left the call. I stayed in there. I had to repent for my ignorance, my foolishness.
Oh, and
that was fucking hilarious.
It was so funny.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Because I can only imagine what it must have been like for Sean, because Sean probably thought that we heard too.
Yeah.
So he's like, what the fuck are they saying?
All right. Well, yeah, because the next day I was in a call with Sean. I was like, Carter and Tyler both said they didn't hear me say that. I was like, at least you heard me say that, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, that's the first thing you said. I was like, thank God, because I was like, if none of you had heard me, it would have turned into, you guys would have been like, you never said that at all.
Yeah.
But if at least one of you guys heard me, so I definitely said it.
Yeah,
Either way,
it's still
funny.
it was funny.
Nothing egregious happened.
Yeah, there's a lot worse shit
yes.
that could have been said and could have gone down. And the thing was, is I wonder if I had heard like a little bit, or I had some suspicions
because you skirted along the safe line.
Yeah,
because we didn't mention me putting things up my butthole in front of my dad.
Yeah, I remember just like kind of dodging around some stuff because I was like, something doesn't feel right.
Because like if he wasn't in the car, I would have started with that.
Yes, and I remember like just thinking about like, because I was saying stuff, and then Carter was going back and forth with his roommate about the question and all that, and I was like, the other guys aren't saying anything, and I wonder why. Oh my god. Oh, fuck.
Although, to be fair, Sean also would have been immediately like, even if my dad wasn't there. Nope, can't imagine that.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. He would have just kind of... Although, I wonder what would have been like with Sean's dad in the room. That would have been a whole other fucking story. I don't think that Sean would be like...
Sean would have left the call. Though.
Sean, yeah, he would have like destroyed his phone or some shit to make sure that none of the audio got out.
Yeah, because that's what I went with it because I respected Carter for going with it too, and then I was like, oh, he didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. I don't even think like. I don't even know anybody's parents that I could have, like, brought that up knowingly, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know. There was one time at Carter's place where I said some stuff, but that was just because I was, like, getting in the heat of an argument with somebody.
Uh-huh.
And his parents were kind of like, whoa. And Carter gave me a look, and that was when, it was one of those looks like when you have somebody that's been, like, in a relationship for a while, and like the husband's starting to talk about Fox News at like a business party or some shit like that, and the wife just kind of like gives him a look, and he instantly is like, all right, I gotta shut the fuck up. It was like that. Like he looked over at me, and I was like, I said too much.
I don't think I would ever stop any of you guys from bringing anything up in my house, especially, I mean, Ralph would just laugh. Mm-hmm. Teresa might get grossed out by some things, because she does not like it when I talk about anal stuff. Because like one time I joked about like giving you a rim job or something. She believed me, and two, she was like grossed out because anything involving the butthole grosses her out for some reason.
Yeah, that is kind of peculiar.
Yeah.
I mean, butts are hot, bro. I don't know what to say. That's just how it is. How it be do.
Well, yeah, I mean, the look Carter was giving me the other night when we were making the lasagna, and like I was just yelling at Teresa. Yeah,
that was pretty fucking funny. It was bad. Oh my god, the lasagna came out great. Oh yeah, and just because this is gonna sound like the ramblings of two madmen, we as a friend group decided to make dinner together, and lasagna was the dish. And it turned out very well.
It was fucking good lasagna.
I was happy with it. I went up and I had like three or four slices of it. It was fucking good.
Yep. So we've made lasagna and we made chicken tendies.
Mm-hmm. And French fries. And then I'm trying to think of what else would be a cool thing to try to make together.
I feel like maybe like a soup or a stew or something.
I'm trying to think, if it was to be anything, it would have to be kind of centered around those hearty soups. Yeah. I like those. Maybe you think it would be difficult to make loaded baked potato soup?
Ooh, I don't know.
That would be good.
That, or my grandma has a good recipe for meatball soup.
Ooh,
That's
interesting.
good.
Oh, we could also do in a slow cooker. We could cook a roast. That would be a fucking move.
I mean, it's not much of like a complicated dish, but we could also just do homemade mac and cheese.
That's true. If we did homemade mac and cheese, we could also then do those mac and cheese grilled cheese sandwiches. Oh yeah.
Get some bacon in there.
Oh yeah. We could do that, or conversely, we could make homemade hamburger mac and cheese. Or we could do like...
Do you think we could figure out how to do homemade like fried mac and cheese bites?
Oh yeah, because you would just have to... You have to clump it together into little balls, and then it would be like some sort of...
Just batter?
Yeah, like a batter, and then like once it's together like that, just a little breading, and then you just have to fry it for a bit. Because then it wouldn't have to get fried all that long, I don't think, because at that point, it's just...
Yeah, we would fry them for like 2 minutes and 45 seconds at work.
Yeah, so. It was the ones that we have... They're fully frozen already, so they're like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd imagine that it'd be even less, like if they were already cooked and everything.
Yeah, if we just made the mac and cheese, let it cool down, balled it, and fried it.
Oh yeah,
it'd be quick.
I wonder if you could probably air fry that too. Although the air fryer that you've got upstairs is a little bunk.
Yeah,
it is part of a...
I don't know if it's bunk or if I just don't know how to use it correctly.
I mean, air fryers are kind of hard, the ones like that, because there's the one that everybody gets, that black one that's got the tray and everything. It hits it from different sides, so it's like, it just cooks better. But then when you have, like, I have one of the air fryers that was, like, a bit older, so it's glass, and it hits everything from a center point at the top and goes down. And so, like, obviously the way that it would travel is it cooks the absolute fuck out of everything along the edge closer to the glass and the metal casing around the glass, but stuff in the middle does not get cooked as well unless it's closer to the top. But in that case, you're just burning the fuck out of everything, and it makes it super dry.
Yeah, 'cause I've got, like, it's a air fryer, toaster, and, like, oven combo thing.
Yeah. Although we got this... I know that they weren't, like, the greatest when I cooked them here. At home, with the chicken wings I had from work, I got to be pretty fucking good at cooking those.
I think the second time we did it here, they turned out better than the first time. The first time we were complete novices.
Yeah, complete novices, and I was underestimating the time that it takes to air fry versus conventional frying. Because conventionally frying the wings only takes like 6 minutes.
Yes.
Air fry, closer to half an hour.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a... I mean, it didn't... They were already technically halfway cooked, so it wasn't like we were going to get sick from eating them. It was just the worry of, like, oh, these just don't taste good.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's a lower risk for a high to mid-sized reward.
Yeah. I didn't have, like, any extra oil, and the oil in my regular fryer needed to be changed. Otherwise, I would have just been like, let's fucking cook them up the regular way. But that thing was a mess and needed to be cleaned.
Yeah, and fucking cleaning stuff with oil already attached with it is a fucking mess.
It's a process.
Yeah, trying to clean up, because we have, with our fryers, like, obviously at the end of the night you gotta wipe down and stuff, but we get, you know, you get oil on the outskirts of it, and it's like, does not react to water well. What's the fucking term for that? Is it the viscosity?
Viscosity is like how thick it is.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's how thick it is. Well, anyway, if you have oil is more dense than water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it does not mesh well.
Yeah, if you ever put water into a deep fryer,
yeah,
or like things that have like bits of ice on them from the freezer into a fryer, You know how that reacts.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there are people that deep fry water. Have you seen that?
Those idiots on TikTok.
Oh, I didn't even see it on TikTok.
I didn't see it on TikTok, but I heard it was
Well,
happening on
yeah,
TikTok.
there was because they have those. It's the water that has that edible like membrane around it. Yeah, and then they just like they rolled that up in flour and some breadcrumbs, and they deep fried it, and then they took it out, and you bite it, and it's a hollow out, fucking just flour casing with a little bit of hot water left in the middle. And of course, it's fucking water, so the bit that escapes from the middle steams the fuck out, and it's like, why?
That's at least the people I saw that I heard about on TikTok were doing that, but with ice cubes.
That is fucking stupid.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like half of them, it went out of the batter and just into the fryer, and then caused absolute chaos. And then the other half had just wet dough.
Ah, that's gross.
Yeah.
That's fucked. Why would you? That's like the person that they were baking, and they went and they got cookie dough on their baking gloves. So they went and they washed the baking gloves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were still wet when they decided to go reach their hands in and grab the hot baking tray that's like 350 degrees and fucking flash steamed their hands. It's like, how do people do this shit? You don't have to be a fucking rocket scientist to understand. Do not do that.
Yeah.
It's a one-step process. Step 1, don't. That's it. It's pretty simple.
Pun OP, brother.
Pun OP. That's the T, sis. Yeah, dude, we're bringing it all back.
Oh, apparently, James Charles tried to like just kind of ignore what happened and start doing internet stuff again. People didn't take well to that. And then, did we ever talk about his whole like ex-employee lawsuit on here too?
No, I don't think we have, but I actually don't know all that much about it. I was supposed to read up on it and I failed.
So basically it's like this chick used to work for him. She was an editor and then became like his manager.
Mm-hmm.
But she was still also editing videos at the same time. And she wasn't being paid. She was just being paid for manager stuff, not editing stuff. And then, according to her, she got a concussion and couldn't work. And because of that, James Charles just fired her. And also, she's saying she didn't get, like, the most recent bit of wages she was earned before she was fired.
Oh.
And that wouldn't be a big deal if she just asked for that in court. But because of the circumstances, he has to pay her for every day it's been since then that he hasn't paid her also. And it's been like 2 years.
Oh.
So he owes her way more fucking money now if she wins the lawsuit. But if she doesn't win the lawsuit, then she's fucked. But from what I've heard about the situation, it's looking pretty good for her because she also just won like a similar type of lawsuit from a different YouTuber she worked for before James Charles. I forget who it was, but I'm pretty sure she knows what she's doing and knows that she's actually owed this money.
Yeah, damn, dude.
But that's old tea at this point.
James, if you need a place to stay, I can't provide one.
Come back to New York.
Yeah, if you fly me out there, I'll provide some company.
Cause isn't James Charles from New York originally?
Is he?
I think so. Cause I heard people talking about like the one time how he like catfished his entire high school soccer team or something. And I'm pretty sure.
Oh, what was his real name? It was something Dickinson.
Oh, James Charles Dickinson or James Charleston Dickinson.
Yeah, something like that. Dickinson. That is, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because his father has, it's true. James is the son, and
Yeah, James Charles Dickinson.
yeah, Dick and Son. Yeah. He's not the first James Charles Dickinson, is he?
I don't know. I just googled James Charles' full name.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought it was he was like a second or a third or something like that. That's a mouthful. Fucking James Charles Dickinson the Third. That's a fucking mouthful. A mouthful of dick. You see what I did there? It's a mouthful of dick. Dick in the Sun. He's the third. That's how the cookie crumbles. Boom goes the dynamite. Fuck. Do you remember that guy? The guy in the news station that was completely just fucking up every single line?
No.
So it was small-time local news station.
As they tend to be.
Yeah, guy's first day on the job. He is fucking up bad. He's talking about the sports for the local team, and it's like basketball, or there was like baseball and then football, and he is just and this Jay and Charles he gets it right there. Yep, he's good. He's got that. Third inning of touchdown, and then you get to the basketball section and it's even worse. But this one guy gets a dunk, and the only line that this fucking reporter gets correct the whole time is, and boom goes the dynamite. After like a minute and a half of stuttering through his cue cards, he gets in and boom goes the dynamite.
Nice.
But that was like, I think when that was popular, I think Rage comics were still a thing.
I was that reminded me of the bang ding ow.
Bang
we
ding
too
ow.
Low.
Holy fuck. We too low. Bang ding ow. Something wrong.
Yo.
Yeah, dude. I remember that.
That was legendary.
Oh fuck. The other one was the girl that she's like, we have an interesting story for you today. We have a man climbing Mount Everest, but get this, he's gay. I mean blind.
Oh, and then what's the other one? The DD mega doo.
Yeah, the police officer that died. Her name was like Deborah, and she goes DD mega doo doo. It's like, no, how do you fuck that up? We go back to the one-step process. Step one, don't. That's it.
Oh, dude, and then there are fucking, like, ridiculous last names like Stankus and Gaylord.
Stankus.
Because when I put people's accounts in at the hardware store for their rewards program, I get their name and last names like, I've seen last names like Stankus and Gaylord, and I have to not laugh every time.
Gaylord is still crazy common for what it is, you know? I understand for the people that have it as a last name, but the fact that so many people still have it as a first name and like are still getting their children named Gaylord, because like I don't know. Oh, that actually reminds me of something. With my VPN that I use, and I was set in Australia, there was like a cereal that it was like, what is it? Are they Golden Smacks or something like that? Or it's something, but before, it's like a normal cereal that we have too. But before the title of it, it said Gay Time. Like for like a good time cereal.
Gay Time?
But it said Gay Time. I was like, whoa, like Australia still uses that. That's crazy.
Well, since fuck you, the Brits, what they call cigarettes.
Yeah, that's true. The Brits do have some derogatory terms for their cigarettes. They're not very keen on them. No. Although I probably wouldn't be too keen on them if I had a whole generation of fucked up teeth because of them too. Dude, can they fit more cigarettes in their mouth because of them?
I don't know. We'll have to head on over to the British Isles and bum a fag.
You see, if you go over there, You can bum a fag or you can shag a fag. Dude, that's got to be a service somewhere. Like in Brussels, you go down the fucking red light district and it's just, oi mate, I'm fucking shag a fag over here. It's like, hold on, which one are we?
What are we doing?
What are we doing here? Is this
like, either way? I'll use my mouth.
Is it? Am I smoking a cigarette or am I gonna go entertain someone who is disappointing their father? Do you think people like Elton John would be like extremely disappointed if their kids that are adopted don't turn out gay?
I mean, probably not. Just because.
Yeah.
I mean, it. Probably not people like Elton John. Like.
Well, yeah, probably. Yeah, I was gonna say Elton John's probably a bad example. Elton John just came to mind because I recently watched that movie that the fucking. Oh, I don't even remember what it's called, but where the guy from Kingsman plays as Elton John, and it's sort of like a documentary type, but it's with actors.
Yeah.
And I watched through that, and I saw the things on it, and at the way end, they got Elton John, his husband, and then his adopted sons. Mm-hmm. And that's just the first person that came to mind.
Yeah, I feel like probably most gay people with adopted children would not care about their child's orientation at all.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a select certain of ridiculous people that would care. Because I feel like nowadays, because there are still some like religious or like straight people that are like disown their children when they find out that they're gay. But I feel like it's a very smaller amount of people that would be upset if they found out their kid was straight.
Conversely, the one that does make that interesting is that very tiny but not really vocal, but more vocal than you would expect it to be, subsector of the transgender parents that force their kids to be transgender as well. That's a very weird, like, unforeseen thing in my head, because, like, when you're transgender, it's just like, this is just how I feel I am. This is how I feel I should, I am, I should be.
Yeah, this is who I am.
This is who I am. This is how I feel comfortable.
Yes, this is how I perceive myself.
Yes, and this is just me living my life the way I want to live my life. I'm not going to get forced to live a different life from how I want to be. So
then they go and do that.
Yeah, so that very tiny group of them go and do that to their kids. That's a weird, like, thing I never would have expected. Because obviously, when you have groups that get shit for a while for anything, like gay, most of the time, gay people are nice. But then obviously, since police used to, like, bash their skulls in just because they kiss other dudes or kiss other girls, obviously protests are gonna get wild, and some gay people are gonna get violent with the figures and people that do that to them. Obviously that makes sense. But, like, that little subsector of, I had this shit happen to me, I escaped, and now I'm living the life I want, but now I'm gonna force my kid to go under the same pain that I went through. That's kind of fucking weird to come out of that group. Because it's
weird because I don't know how to fucking word it.
Yeah, it's a bizarre situation to even. It's hard to even find one specific point to even, like, try to start to tackle it, because it's like the whole beginning point was, I'm gonna live how I want to live, and then you get a kid, and for most people it's like, oh, this is my blood, this is my I brought this into existence, I'm going to provide a good life for it. And then it's like, I'm gonna fucking shit on this kid. It's like, why? What?
It's to a lesser extent of extremism.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like the parents that force their kids to play sports.
Yeah, and the no crying in baseball types.
Yeah.
Yeah. because with parenting in general, I've never understood that. Like I understand things like I had to mow the yard when I was younger. Now you're gonna mow the yard because it's a discipline thing, and you know you gotta. My parents made sure that I did my homework, so I'll check in on you, make sure you do your homework. Mm-hmm. That way you get through school. It's like, okay, that's fine. But then there's the...
I always sucked at sports.
Yeah.
Now you have to play and be good.
Yes. And then the other side of it is like, my dad was mean to me when I was a kid, so I'm going to burn my cigarettes on your arm. It's like, why'd you have a kid then? You fucking... Just get a fucking mannequin at that point, you sick fuck.
Some of it is like bad parenting, and then other bits are just kind of like the cycle of abuse.
Yeah.
And that's because that's definitely two different things.
Yeah, it doesn't make it right, but
some of it's more explained.
Yeah.
It's not like a lot of people, like when they say their mental health causes problems, it's an explanation, not an excuse.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have had discussions with people before on some of that stuff because the particular phrase that ends up bothering me a lot is the I went through it, why shouldn't they have to? Because then it's like, well, you see, you are displaying that you do in fact understand that what you went through was wrong.
Yes.
So you also understand what you're doing right now is wrong, but you think that it's still deserved because you went through that pain. It's kind of like when you're sitting at there's the guy sitting at the bar and he's got like 50 open beer cans that are all empty, and he's like, I am ruining my life. It's like, yeah, that's step 1. Step 2 is get the fuck out of the bar and stop going. Or at least, have a step 2. People only get to that first step where they're like, I have a problem. And then it's like, okay, you know you have a problem. What are you going to do? I'm going to keep doing it. And some things aren't, there's a lot of things that aren't that cut and dry. Mm-hmm. But for some stuff, it's kind of like if your problem is, I had a parent that pushed me around when I was a kid. It's like, okay, now every time I see my kid on the stairs, I just fucking push him over. It's like, all right, that's wrong. Just stop doing that. That's not gonna hurt your life in any way. If it was like a chemical addiction where it's like, my parents smoked cigarettes, so now I'm addicted to cigarettes. It's like, yeah, that takes a couple more steps to acknowledge, and then you seek help, or maybe you switch off to something else. It's a bunch of fucking shit. But in a lot of situations, people end up getting to that first step of acknowledging the problem, and then they go, I'm just gonna keep fucking doing it.
Yep. And a lot of people will also acknowledge it as a joke.
Yeah.
Like, I have a problem, and then they're like, it's such a big deal.
Oh, yes.
And it's like, yes, it actually is a big deal.
It is a big deal. It's like, oh, I know if I get pulled over, my blood alcohol level's too high, and I could go to jail, and then my kids won't have a place to stay. And it's like, you are right, Susan. So why don't you call a taxi? Come on. You just bought 5 margaritas. I know you have money for a taxi. You fucking go suck off the waiter if you need that extra couple of bucks to fucking pay a cab.
Yep. Speaking of going back towards the physical abuse kind of stuff.
Yes.
I was never physically abused, but was tasing a big thing in elementary school for you guys?
It wasn't in elementary school, but the kids that came to the summer program and stuff, and the first elementary school I went to as well, that tasing was a thing.
All right.
Yes.
Because I think 3rd grade, everybody was tasing me, or not me, but everyone. And anytime anyone would do it to me, my instinctive gut reaction was to get into a stance and just punch them. And I had to fucking train myself not to punch any, because Like, first of all, I'm very ticklish in general.
Yeah.
But, like, people would just be going around fucking prodding you in your sides and shit. And my first response was to just sock the shit out of them. So I had to, like, train myself not to, like, sock people when they poked me.
I know, I gave somebody... Because people were doing that shit in high school at one point, and I gave somebody a swift backhand, and they were like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, you fucking just came up and jabbed me. What do you mean, what the fuck? You literally, like, what did you expect? You're not a fucking little kid.
I think because the size difference appeared in, like, middle school and high school, none of that shit happened to me anymore.
Yeah, and... I mean, I'm, like, around the average height.
Yeah.
So it's, I didn't see, it wasn't like a bullying thing or anything. It was literally just people being shitheads every once in a while. And then, like, in the hallway, somebody did that, and I fucking gave him a backhand, and he was like, dude, what the fuck? But I don't know how, if you're gonna do something stupid...
Yeah.
You have to,
play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Exactly. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. The thing that really gets me is, like, if I go out and I do something stupid, I know that something fucking stupid is going to happen back to me. Like, if I go and I tabletop somebody and I hurt my back, it's like, yeah, that was the consequence for this dumbass joke. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand. Or, like, if
I'm at the driving range and I smash someone's windshield, I know they're going to call the cops.
Dude, fucking, with the way that driving range is, if you miraculously did not fucking kill that person, either directly or indirectly from going through their windshield, it would still be so fucking hard to try to find out who did that, for the most part. If it was, like, a quiet day and you were the only one there.
Yeah.
But even then, you would have enough time to just get up and fucking leave.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just... There's no fucking security cameras out there. What the fuck are they gonna do? There's, like, hundreds of balls out there that get recycled every day. And they all get cleaned. And there's no fucking way that they'd be able to track it back to your fucking club. Like, if somebody was killed on that stretch by the fucking driving range...
Also, you could say that it happened from the regular golf course right across the road.
That's true, because I actually had a couple times where I was playing where somebody I was playing with fucking sent it right into the road, and it fucking bounced off of the roof of somebody's car. And because you could hear the metal thunk on the top of the car. It's a very distinct noise, the, like, golf ball off of a car. And we looked over and we were like, oh, fuck. And it just thunk right on the top of the car. Car just kept fucking going, because obviously they're going like 45, 55. Mm-hmm. They're not going to fucking stop after hearing that.
Yeah. And what are they going to do? Fucking drive up onto the golf course?
Exactly.
No. But...
That's such a fucking ridiculous spot for that.
But lo and behold, we still convinced everyone that I was arrested.
That's true. And it didn't even... It's such a funny story because it started based off of nothing.
Yes.
It was literally...
We were going to get pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You ordered the pizza.
Yeah.
I brought Jeff back to his place to get his wallet.
Yeah.
And the pizza place is, like, on the same stretch of sidewalk as the police station. And you were waiting for us at the police station parking lot. And in the group chat, you said so. You said, I'm in the police station parking lot. They said it'll be 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Sean was like...
No, I didn't say it'd be 20 minutes. I said it would be $40, like $40.60 or something. Because I was saying the price of the pizza that we got, I think.
I think we have the records.
Yes, we're going to have to... Oh, what are those people called that work at the, like at a courthouse that actually keep the records? Do you know what they're called? The ones on the typewriters and shit.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck. Oh, I can't think of it. Oh, that's gonna fucking murder me. I don't know. Anyway, though, we're looking up the records now to see.
What happened to the records? I thought they were in the 18 Wild Cowboys group chat.
I would have assumed so. Are they in the other one?
They're not in Lonely Peninsula either.
Oh, I remember this was an 18 Wild Cowboys. What a fucking time for that.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
They're not. I know they're not in Sean with a wig because that group chat didn't exist back then.
That's true. There was all the...
Do we have another
Cheeseburger.
ancient group chat?
We might.
I don't think... No, it's not this one.
What the fuck? Sicko Mode Carl Weezer. Nice. What the... Wait, whoa. Oh.
Huh? I don't see it.
What? Wait. Oh, it is up here.
Oh, where is it?
It's way up, dude.
I scrolled all the way to the top, unless my Snapchat was just not
Your
loading.
Snapchat, but yeah, because
Is it the Cowboys?
Yes, it is, because it's got like the at the range. Yeah.
Oh, I guess Snapchat just was broken. All right, 'cause yeah. I'm at the police station parking lot. They said it'll be 20 minutes.
Oh, I did say
What happened?
What happened? He spelled Ralph incorrectly.
Ralph got arrested.
Ralph got arrested. That's BS. And then I said he hit a car with a golf ball and the person started screaming at us and called the cops. He's potentially got a vandalism charge. The cops are talking to him. We might have to post bail for him because we don't want Big Ralph to find out.
Are you actually?
They posted bail at $43.
Dude, there's 3 cop cars. He got a misdemeanor.
Oh man,
it should be the golf course's fault for not having nets set up, not Ralph's.
Yeah, looked about 60 Alabama plates.
Oh yeah, it was a fucking 60-year-old black man from Alabama.
Oh yes. Do you know what type of car? Looked like one of those Jeeps from out of state. Was he was screaming about how fucking expensive it'll cost for the broken windshield and how we ought to get a fucking lawyer. And the asshole was up in Ralph's face and Ralph just kept trying to stay calm and keep away from him. But he called the cops and he parked his car so he couldn't get out. Dude,
everybody's spelling my name right and Jeff is still in here spelling it wrong.
Yeah, dude.
My favorite line though is Sean says, "Guys, you're witnesses. Help your boy out and tell the officer what actually happened."
And then fucking I stopped texting and Jeff was like, they're questioning Tyler. They just brought him in. And we started walking in and shit, dude. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, and so the pictures are long gone because of Snapchat.
Yeah.
But we were taking pictures where I was in the background of every picture. And then we also sent a video to Sean of Jeff and Tyler explaining the situation. And they were sitting there while I was holding the phone recording
he was holding the fucking phone recording it.
And nobody noticed anything. And then I got out and complained that you guys didn't save me any pizza.
Mm-hmm. Fucking, because the other thing was, Jeff had said something about, oh no, Sean said that he was gonna text your brother.
Yes.
And then
we called my brother to get
him in on the joke. And then I came, like, when I was supposed to be coming back out, he was like, Did his brother get his parents yet? And I was like, wait, did you call them or something? Did you guys get a hold of him? And then I was like, I'll ask if they're close. Oh man, and you said my parents showed up, they talked to the guy and he dropped the charges. The fuckers didn't save me any pizza.
And then we also went and got fucking slushies after that. We sent a selfie and it just said freedom slushies.
Freedom slushies. Oh man. Oh man. God damn, dude. Wow. What a fucking time that was, dude.
We got everyone to believe it. We got Carter's parents to believe it.
Yeah, dude. Like, people were talking about it around town and shit, and they were, like, up in arms about it. And the fucking people at the golf course were probably so goddamn confused.
Yeah, because Carter's parents actually golf.
Yeah.
And they were talking to it with their friends that also golf.
fuck, dude. That was so funny.
That's why my mom was livid at me. She's like, because I was never going to tell anyone. And Teresa was like, I don't want people thinking you actually went to jail. You have to tell them. She's like yelling at me. I was like, fine, I guess I cannot lie. That was so good.
That was so fucking funny.
The only reason it worked, I think, is because Sean was the only one paying attention to the group chat, and Carter and Gabe read it afterwards, and they just were like, oh, damn, I guess this happened.
Yeah, and, of course, like, the way that shit spread was so fucking funny, because,
because all of our class ended up believing it.
Dude, everybody was like, Ralph, what the fuck happened? Oh my god, that was a fucking time.
Dude, we went to the driving range, and we got pizza, and then we were just gonna eat the pizza, hang out for a bit, and then go back home.
Yeah.
But we ended up staying in the fucking police station parking lot, eating pizza for like 2 to 3 hours, just lying the whole time.
Oh my god. And then we still got slushies after. Oh my god, that was so fucking funny.
We weren't going to go back to my place. I'm pretty sure we were just going to eat our food and go home.
Yeah, because we had to go do other shit. So it was just like, alright, yeah, we're going to hang out for a bit. And then we're going to just fucking go back home. And we spent the whole goddamn day together coming up with this bullshit.
Because it was going to be short anyways, because it's me, you, and Jeff were the only ones that could go that day. Yeah. So we're like, alright, we'll go to the driving range for a little bit, and we'll head home. And then we spent fucking all day just on a park bench.
Oh, fuck. That was so good. Times like that really make you...
And their reactions when we told the truth, too. Yeah. They were fucking golden.
Because Carter tried to get us by saying something like he cut his arm off.
Yeah, a week later, Carter's like, my arm had to be amputated after a skateboarding accident. Yeah. And it's like, come on, man. It's like, one, I just told you, a week ago the truth. So, it's pretty obvious that this was retaliation.
Oh, yeah.
And two, me going to jail was believable. You getting your arm amputated, not so much.
You had, because there would have had to have been a build-up. That was the thing, he
was just like, I was longboarding down highway and fell, and now my arm is gone.
It was a nice attempt, Carter, but you did not fool us.
Also, the three of us were in on that one attempt where I was just him doing that.
Yeah. Oh man, one of the cats out there is losing it.
It's definitely Hot Wheels.
Oh yeah.
Although, it could be Spike. Those two are pretty hard to tell apart sometimes.
Yeah. Is Hot Wheels getting bigger?
He's getting longer.
Okay.
He doesn't get bigger in other areas. He just gets longer.
Okay, because I was going to say, I wasn't sure, because Spike was in earlier, and then I was like, did Hot Wheels just get fatter, or is this just Spike?
Yeah, that's Hot Wheels out there.
Is it Hot Wheels?
I'll grab him.
Is he a long boy now? Oh yeah, he is a long boy. Look at him. Oh my god.
Dude, he was like...
Oh, he also doesn't have the mustache. I forgot about that. He's got the little beard. How's it going, long boy? Long Johnson. Hot Wheels, right. You want to say something to the fans back at home?
Let me clean your eyes.
Oh, he's in baby mode. Oh my god, he is long. Holy shit.
You should see him when he's standing up. He'll stand up and look out windows.
Long boy. What it do, long boy? It's been a minute. Hey man. Now he's gonna go do some exploring. Or he's just chilling right now. Well, you gotta walk back here if you want me to pet you, bro. I can't flex around a whole chair like that. Where'd you go? There he is. We love animals on the R.A.T.cast.
Yeah, we also we love my parents. They bought me a car, and all I have to do is pay them every month for it. that's the I would have just gone by myself, but my parents have banging fucking credit. So.
Oh yeah, I gotta get a credit card or something because I need to establish credit. Because that's the thing that fucks you over is it's you may be doing well financially for the most part, but if you don't have credit established, it's treated like bad credit.
Yeah, no credit is bad credit.
Yes. Because what is it? You'll only be like at that point for until you start getting credit, and then from the rest of your life, it's just like a fucking constant thing.
Yeah, it's it's the modern equivalent of wearing the Star of David.
Yeah, it's the same as it's like everybody in their entire life before they hear the question about the snail, and then after that, it's just. You will always be thinking about that snail, no matter what. Because everybody says that they take the money, but
although I've heard different variations on the snail question, and some make it way easier to say yes than others. Because some of them it's like some people say that this. Some people, when they ask, are like, the snail could go through walls and stuff.
Yeah.
Other people, the snail can't.
Yeah, if the snail can't, it definitely makes it an easier yes. The snail can, like, a lot of times, what people kind of don't think about, because they're like, oh my god, you know how long it would take for him to go over the ocean and shit like that? There's nothing saying that the snail can't, like, hitch rides and shit. And, like, even after a few failed attempts, I'm sure that in snail timing, like, as far as going from point A to point B, yeah, it might take a while for a snail to, like, travel up a car that's going exactly where they need to go or go on a couple of cars. But no matter what, if the snail finds a way to even make some semblance of a shortcut, it's going to be significant.
So I still think I would take the money no matter the variation.
Oh yeah.
Because then you get the $1 million. You do whatever the other rich people do to turn your million into more millions, and then you hire snail watch team.
I would do that, but at the same time, I would want to make sure that I would not only want to constantly have snail team on, like, accurate watch.
Snail team 6.
I would not only want them, like, on watch for my safety, I want them on that fucker's watch for my demise. Because, like, eventually I'm gonna hit a point where it's like, dude, put me out of my fucking misery. I want to die. I mean, obviously, I could also just die from other causes. But if I'm like in a tragic accident or something like that, and then I'm like, they have that whole like, doctors are not allowed to medically, what's the term? Medical doctor assisted suicide or whatever. I would be like, Snail Team 6, you need to get that fucker on me. Like, right now, and put me out of this.
The real question, is there any, like, reason that the snail's, like, always looking for you, or is it just the snail is looking for you and will kill you?
I think that the way that I've always interpreted it is the snail did not exist until this question, and the snail's only purpose is to reach that destination of you.
Because, like, with $1 million, you could give a snail a pretty luxurious life.
That's fair.
Could you buy out the snail?
I never thought about that. What if I just put the fucking snail in a box and then kept him until I wanted to off myself?
Well, that's... If it's the phase through wall snail, that doesn't work, but if it isn't...
Yeah, if it isn't...
It's easy solution.
It's easy solution. If it's the phase through walls snail...
Then you might have to pay him off.
I could just pay somebody to constantly have... That's another addition. You can phase through walls and shit, but what if somebody else was hired to just, like...
Lay on the snail?
Well, yeah, like, just kind of, like, have the snail, go walk around with the snail, take him out like a pet, basically.
Yeah, just, like, to pick up the snail, fly to another continent, and then just, like, raise the snail.
Yeah, just keep track of it. Because then you wouldn't need the... Although, I would still have the full-ass fucking Snail Team 6.
Oh, yeah, Snail Team 6.
There is no goddamn way I'm letting that snail get lost. I would, because the panic that would ensue would, like, I'd probably end up, like, just fucking shooting myself. Because, like, that's scary.
Yeah.
That's fucking scary.
Fucking killer snail on the loose.
Now, another thing is, do you just, like, instantly die, kind of like if you had old age, or is it, like, an agonizing death?
I've just heard it's like insta-death when
Oh.
it touches you. That's whenever I discuss this topic.
It's kind of funny how much it does get brought up. Like, it's the same with like, what animal you think you could fight or something like that.
Or the age-old, how many fourth graders do you think you could beat in a never-ending fight?
Yeah. I feel like... Didn't we talk about this at one point? Yeah.
I don't know if it was on the podcast, but we've definitely talked
We have
about
definitely talked about this before.
Like I said, none of those fourth graders would ever take me down. It's literally just reaching the human limit.
Yes.
Because you take down one fourth grader, that fourth grader is your weapon for the rest of your fight.
Yeah, I was going to say, and especially, like, the setting makes a difference, too. Because if I'm in, like, a small room, if they did, like, guerrilla warfare tactics of, like, shoulder on shoulder and shit, and they just, like, overwhelm me in a small room, even a room like this size, if there was infinite fourth graders, that overwhelmed pretty easily. But if I am outside...
The typical setting is Coliseum or Gymnasium. Those are the two main settings for this scenario.
Coliseum would be yes, Coliseum I think would still be preferred. Although Gymnasium I would have better footing because of the hardwood floors. Although the rough exterior of the Coliseum walls would be easier to make for weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you can put a kid's head against the bricks and stuff, whatever. But the actual, like, just tough granite and shit like that, that's a lot easier to weaponize. Because there are fourth graders that still, like, scrape their knee when they're, little Tommy's first half pipe drop in. Scrapes up his knees because he was too fucking cool for knee pads, and then he doesn't pick up skateboarding for the rest of his life again. So I feel like just even scraping some of them, like just, grab an arm or swing a kid and throw him against the wall, you could fucking take him out you could take that kid out of the fight.
Oh yeah, that's what, I asked my dad this question, I was like, a never-ending wave of fourth graders, how many do you think you could take out? He didn't ask for any of the details, he was immediately just like, all of them.
I like that answer. All of them. Just, he's been put in a fucking paradox where he's in an infinite time loop of just taking out fourth graders. Oh, man. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I think...
Either way, it'd be a fun time.
Yeah. I want to be able to just kind of, like, come back to it. Like, I have, like, my little 1 hour time slot, and then somebody else that has this question I asked of them. It's like, all right, it's Sarah's turn. Sarah, you got to take on the fourth graders, and then I get to just kind of, like, go home.
It's the length of a work shift. Your job every day is to beat the fuck out of never-ending fourth graders. Shit.
Oh my god.
And that's the longer you last against the never-ending fourth graders is the more you get paid.
That's kind of like what was it, Dead Rising 2 when they had the dirt bike zombie killing shit?
I've never played a Dead Rising game.
Oh, they're not bad. They're,
I'm not a fan of, like, time limit stuff.
That was my thing, was I always, like, I would get to the point where you're, like, you gotta get Zombrex, which is for your daughter. She got bit, but there's a thing that, like, keeps it away, so you gotta go out and find it and shit. But they had a mini-game thing where it was a Coliseum, but, like, modern Coliseum. So it was built more like a skate park, but it really was built like a skate park, but it was for dirt bikes. And the dirt bikes had this fucking long dowel on the handlebars that had chainsaws at the end of it. And you would drive through as many as you could and kill them off.
Nice.
And it was like an entertainment thing. And then there's news people talking about how inhumane it is because they were people at one point, and they're trying to find a cure. And it's like, oh, my daughter will never come back now because you guys fucking killed her in a TV show. It's like, yeah, your daughter shouldn't have got bit, bro.
Yeah, that's what, like, I like, read a book where there was, like, a zombie virus thing, but it wasn't, like, an apocalypse novel. It was just, like, this one city happened to get the zombie virus in the overarching plot of the book.
Yep.
And, like, the protagonist was, like, people were fucking pissed at him because, like, technically they still had life signs and all that, and he was killing them anyways because they were fucking zombies.
Did you ever read the one where it was a mall and a virus broke out in the mall?
And the teens were...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I actually really liked that.
Because that was the one where, like, once you passed puberty, they, like, lifted you out of the mall because the disease would kill you then, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, wait. Yeah, it was sort of like, oh my god, my memory is hazy. I remember one of the things that happened was, like, people were, like, being taken out and stuff like that, and it was run by kids for a lot of it, but it wasn't necessarily that people weren't dying from it when they were, like, after puberty or you weren't cured after puberty. Yeah. They died, but they put them in that fucking indoor ice rink. And then one of the main characters is the senator's daughter, and she discovers it. Because this was like a couple... I
think we read a different virus mall book then.
That's kind of fucking whack. Yeah, because there were these two girls that had... Oh yeah, no, because at one point the parents were still... Yeah, so no, this had to have been two different things. Fuck, this makes me want to look it up now.
Because, like, the one I read, I don't remember what it was called, but, like, the disease would kill you once you passed puberty, and the kids were all, like, locked up in this mall, and they, like, literally couldn't get out, but they would get supplies dropped in from the roof, and, like, once a kid showed symptoms of, like, passing puberty, they'd start to get sick. They would get, like, lifted out by, like, a skylift thing.
Huh.
And, like, they would, like, put, like, a gas mask on them, and they, like, were then there was, like, that was, like, the whole first book was, like, inside the mall. And then after, like, the rest were, like, them outside the mall.
Yeah, because the one that I had, I think, the one that I read, they were, like, different age groups.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this is not... Fuck, I wish I remembered, like, some sort of semblance, because obviously, if I look up anything in outbreak or viruses in the search term, COVID shit comes up.
Yo.
I'm looking for a... what are they called? The young adult novels or some shit? Fuck. I don't know either. But I'm gonna look this up like a fucking old person. Book about...
You type out exactly.
Virus in... Oh, virus that kills adults. No, that... I already got one that's the best for 20 different books fitting that. Oh wait, no, this is 20 best books to read during coronavirus. Fuck you, that's not what I'm looking at.
Oh, boy.
Google. You guys... What lawsuit is Google onto now? Like number 5 for antitrust shit?
I don't know. Google's on lawsuit 1 million.
Lawsuit 1 million.
They can afford a good legal team, though. They're fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Google probably has the best legal team in the world.
Google is kind of fucking crazy for how much shit
Actually,
they have like that.
You want to know who's... threatens people with their legal team all the time?
Who's that?
James Charles.
We brought it back. Oh, Jesus. Fuck. Fuck. Fiction books about Greek mythology. Fuck you, Rick Riordan. Get off your fucking high horse and stop paying people at Google. Piece of fucking... Oh my god. About, mall virus. I will find this. I will. How long are we on? What's the time?
1 hour and 25.
I feel like I'm gonna get too fucking distracted by this.
I was gonna say we're gonna end the podcast and then you're gonna find it.
I know, dude. Alright. I think,
You're even boring Hot Wheels over there.
I know. Alright, I think it's gonna take a little bit of searching, so...
Alright.
Probably gonna have to get...
We're gonna bust out our brain juice to help us find this.
Mm-hmm.
We'll report back to you next episode.
Woo! That was a big jump.
He speaks.
He speaks. He's got shit on his face.
Wait, what?
How Wheels? Look over here. He's got shit. You got shit on your face. How'd you do that? I'm trying to get it off your face. There you go. There you go.
Right. Well, Hot Wheels has said goodbye. And I'm clicking stop record.